Good morning, passport holders. Today is January 26th, 2016, day 452 of the vlogs, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day here in Arizona. A little on the chilly side, but not a cloud in the sky and just absolutely crystal blue skies. I'm on my way to go and run a pair of quick errands before I go back to the apartment, edit the vlog, and get all that going. Today's super packed out. I've got 2 interviews today that I'm trying to take care of. I've got to go over to Ben and Kamie's in order to help Ben with the episode and do a set of laundry myself. And then I think I've got a couple other things that I want to cross off my to-do list today, but I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to get the time to do them. I hope you guys are having a great day. Let's get this one started. All right, so I just did something that I almost never do, but because of the situation that has happened, I did it. So I rescheduled an interview that was supposed to happen today to tomorrow because I got a text message from my good friend, my mentor, Gary Vaynerchuk. He's here in Phoenix today speaking at a conference event for one of his corporate clients, and I just pinged him a text message. And so he said, hey, are you available at 3:15? I said, no, but let me see what I can do. And sure enough, a quick phone call, and I was able to get it rescheduled to tomorrow. So I'm gonna be hanging out with my good buddy Gary V for like 5 minutes and giving him a hug and a high five and all those good things. It's a positive thing. I love hanging out with that guy so much. So yeah, should be a good day. I think I'm gonna try and finish up Steve Camp's book now, Level Up Your Life, because I've got like 4 or 5 chapters left in it. And so I think that that's probably the best use of the next, we'll call it hour and 45 minutes until I have to leave here to make sure that I'm in Paradise Valley to meet up with Gary. So haven't received a location of where I'm actually meeting him at today, but I'm hopeful that it's gonna come through, and it's Gary. Like, he's super busy. It just is the way it is. I've been in that world. I lived in it in New York City with him for 6 months in 2009, 2010. And yeah, like I get that things are nutty, and I know that he's got a broken schedule because of flight delays and all kinds of stuff that happened yesterday leading into today. So we'll figure it out. Quick drop of the laundry bag over at Ben and Kamie's place. I actually didn't start the laundry, and that's intentional, but I did need to just get it out of the trunk in the event that I end up having to transport Gary and Mike around in order to get some more time with them and keep them on schedule. So at this point, it's up to Paradise Valley. I'm just going to go in that general vicinity because I know that's where they're kicking around at, where the conference that Gary was keynoting was at. And so, yeah, it's like a half-hour drive away, so I'd much rather be in that area in the moment that Gary finally does send me a text and lets me know where we're meeting up. All right, guys, so I've made the stop that I need to make in order to grab something, and then now I'm en route to the Westin at Kierland. It's about 6 miles out. Should be able to make it just in time. I should have like 10 minutes either way, and it's all back streets, so I shouldn't run into like any kind of traffic issue, especially at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm gonna try and make this all happen. I don't know what I'm going to be able to record with Gary because I legitimately am going to get like 3 minutes where he's walking between the lobby and the car that he's got taking him to the airport. So we'll see how this all plays out, but hopefully I'll be able to snag a quick shot with him.
I heard you said that Jeff was throwing around the idea to do.
That was a very, very quick 2 minutes with Gary. He was in between phone calls, and, he said some of the nicest things that he could say, but that's because he's been a friend and a mentor for as long as he has. He knows me, he understands, and so, like we talked very briefly about kind of where things are at, what's going on with me, and he said something very interesting because I was explaining about the fact that, fired once again, and he said that I think you and I share too much DNA in the fact that you can't be not doing your own thing. You're always going to want to do your own thing, whether or not that's inside a company or on your own. You're just going to want to do your own thing. And he's like, hey, I get it. You need, responsibilities and things like that. Like, you've got to be able to commitments and financially you got to make it all work. And so when I explained to him about the part-time gig and the plans for the next 45 days with Captions Created, it's a big deal. And he sat there and he's like, you've got the runway, you've got the thing that's happening right now, so just go do it. And I truly do believe that he's really rooting for me, and that we're going to figure out some kind of fun way to work together again. Because that's always been in our mission with one another is, we're not done. It was just round one when I was working with him, and before that round was the round where he was actively mentoring me. So, he's a good dude, and yeah, if you haven't watched any of his stuff recently, the Ask Gary V show and the Daily V's, they're definitely worth watching. So it continues to be productive since I got here. Laundry's been run. I had to make a call to my bank because some weirdnesses with my debit card. It actually got declined today for the first time, so that's a big red flag for me. And it just ends up that it's close enough to the expiration date, and they've already sent me another one, and I actually have it in the apartment. It's just in the big pile of mail that I need to go through. But yeah, it's got a chip in it, and they want to force me to start using the chip before this one expires. So I understand where they're coming from. It's just highly annoying because it is a different credit card number entirely, which makes it even more annoying that I have to resync all of my accounts that run off of it. Really frustrating. All of that said, since I got here, laundry's been running, responded to a couple of emails, finished Level Up Your Life, which was awesome. I'm going to probably take some time over the weekend since there's no football and really begin to build out kind of what the total game mechanics for me look like, including the loot drop system, which I have already built in Excel, which is awesome. So to give you guys an idea on what's going on there, it is taking my Amazon wish list, importing that, and once it's imported, basically anytime I complete a level of a task, a big task, or complete an entire huge task, a random number generator spits out 3 to 4 numbers, and then 3 of those numbers or 0 to 3 of those numbers are randomly selected based off of the first number. And that's how I end up getting random loot. So loot can be books or experiences, that can be, just whatever that's on that list, and then a couple of additional things that I've added to it, experiential things that aren't physical things. So yeah, it's kind of cool to sit there and know, very much like the gaming mechanic that is in Destiny that I enjoy a great deal, I get to go and do that. So and do that in my real life. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's kind of where things are at, and what I'm going to be doing. I've got about an hour and a half until Ben gets here, and I'm on the fence about what do I want to work on right now. I mean, obviously I can continue to work on the business, although I feel like it's had a big amount of my time today, and that I probably should just try and take care of myself. Maybe watch a couple YouTube videos, which is the most likely outcome here. But I'm feeling good. It's been a good day all the way around. Well, instead of watching YouTube videos like I had said I was going to do, I took a look at the monthly, or the chore list that Kami just recently updated, and one of the things on there was to sweep the back patio. And since that's something that I can definitely do, and it's something that I know that takes a ton of time, and on top of all of that, I hadn't gotten any real physical exercise today. I had just, been working at the house, away from walking in the store a couple of times. It wasn't anything major. So it was time for me to move my body and get things going, and sweeping just seemed like the right thing to do. And yeah, I know it's gonna save Kami or Ben, very likely Kami, plenty of time from her weekend this weekend. So Ben and I and Kami have all watched episode 6 now, and we were having discussions about things that are going to happen here in the near future regarding kind of anniversary parties, because we're getting very, very close. And one of the bits that came up was a gift idea that Ben had, and unfortunately we couldn't pull quotes for everyone, so we started watching all the old episodes, and now we are starting episode 3 because we've been laughing hysterically at the first 2 episodes and understanding kind of where the show has come from and where it's going. It's amazing. If you have not watched it, by all means, watch this kid and my editing on the first few episodes of Retro Game. Alright guys, I'm going to kill it here at this point. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I'm so thankful to be happy and home safely, all pluses. It was a lot of fun with Ben and Kami to rewatch all 5 old episodes. The 6th episode will be up in the next 24 to 48 hours in all likelihood, so stay tuned to that. The link will be down in the description below.
what Ben's got going on there is pretty darn funny. If he'll make the commitment to doing it twice a month, I think that the channel will grow exponentially well. But all of that said, you know, it's just always good to hang out with friends. Remember though, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.